Good afternoon, Lotuses. So let's talk about ancestors. For one, you don't actually have to go get a DNA test to know or to learn to commune with your ancestors. If you can, then by all means, go do that. But your DNA holds those secrets, and you can tap into that through different types of practices. Meditation is one, of course. You can try the 30-day spiritual challenge that I created. Basically, you have to learn to set up the line of communications between you and your ancestors. And since this is a month of ancestry, at least to me, here's how to first start that out. This morning, or this afternoon, or tonight, set aside 5 to 10 minutes and have some tea or coffee or whatever you prefer to drink, and start talking to your ancestors like they're sitting directly in front of you. Do this for the entire month of October, and come back to me and tell me how it goes. Good afternoon, Lotuses. So I did want to say, if you have any types of questions about ancestors or working with your ancestors, drop it in this one, or drop a comment in the part 1 to this. Also, if you wanted to create an altar, you can either do this by simply dedicating a certain space to them and have a candle, get pictures if you can, or relics. You can also use their favorite foods, their favorite perfumes, and their favorite colognes. If you have ancestors that you do not want to commune with, or if you had a bad experience with, they will not commune with you. Sorry if your ancestors were Christian or of the church or some type of faith like that. When they pass over, they ascend outside of what I call that human thinking. Also, when you first start communing with them, everybody's going to have different experiences. With me, I started having smells that would follow me around that I associated with those ancestors. Good afternoon, Lotuses. Let's talk more about ancestors. Like I stated in the previous video, with me it started out with smells. To everybody, it's going to be different. And I would try to do this every single day. It's okay though if you miss a day. Now, what you can also put on your altar is either a cup of water or a cup of spirit. If you're the age of 21 or over, make sure to keep that fresh. You can also put out their favorite meal or a favorite snack. I'm Southern, so if I cook biscuits, I'll specifically dedicate one to them. It's also even got to a point to where my partner's ancestors have communed with me. And it will get to a point to where you'll ask something and it's like a thought pops into your head. That would be your ancestors. Don't question it and just let it flow and trust yourself. And this is a perfect month to start this. In fact, the veil is thinning. Now, there's another thing which will be a part 4 about what happens if you can't necessarily connect yet.
Yes, exactly. That comment right there. I've been in it on my spiritual practice for about 16 years, and I still question on a regular day basis, like, am I to the point where I can actually, like, confidently give advice? And like, especially when I started doing my lives and I started doing my podcast, I questioned myself so much. Like, am I ready to do this? So, trust me, it takes years and years. And if you ever come across somebody who says that, they're an expert in it, they're a lie. Because you can spend your entire life researching and practicing the craft, and you will still never fully learn everything.
Fire Lotus here with another witch hack / witch tip. So, ground sage, you can get this bottle at Family Dollar, Dollar General, or Dollar Tree for $1, and it is just pure sage. You get the embers burning a little bit, break them up a little bit, and if you have a cauldron and you actually want to burn some herbs, slowly just tap that in there, and then you just burn on it, blow on it a little bit. Move that one back over here. And voila,